Before you start cooking, keep these points in mind. Make sure to cut open all the ingredients packets before you start following the recipe. Arrange all the ingredients as per the numberings on them. Keep all the utensils required for cooking ready beforehand. Give the recipe card a quick read before you start the cooking process. Now let's start with the recipe. Empty out the paneer dry mix in a bowl and add the paneer cubes to it. Make sure that you cover the paneer on all sides with the dry mix, because the corn flour in the dry mix makes the paneer more crispy and absorbent, so that it can soak more and more of the flavorful gravy. Now, keep the paneer aside and take a large cooking pot or kadhai and pour in the sesame oil into it and let it heat up. The reason behind choosing sesame oil over any other oil because it gives the whole dish a more rounded and authentic taste. Now once the oil is heated up, take the paneer bowl, dust off any excess coating from the paneer and carefully put them in the cooking pot to shallow fry them. Do not start moving the paneer around as soon as you put it in. Give it some time to gain some structural integrity, or else your paneer will start crumbling. Your goal is to get a golden brown crust on all sides of your paneer, and when you are happy, take out your paneer in a separate dish and keep them aside. Now in the same pan, add the assorted vegetables and stir fry them on high heat. Make sure that you don't overcook your vegetables, because if you do, the vegetables lose their color and their crunch. After you are done stir frying the vegetables, add in the YP Indo-Chinese flavor sauce and YP chili paneer spice mix and let it cook for a minute. And you know, Indo-Chinese cooking is all about high heat fast cooking. This way the protein and the vegetable don't lose their nutrition as well as their texture. Now add in 200 ml of water to your cooking pot and wait for it to boil. Meanwhile, in a bowl, take 2 to 3 teaspoons of water and your cornstarch and stir it to make a slurry. Make sure that there are no lumps in your slurry. The slurry makes the chili paneer gravy thicker. Now that the gravy has started boiling, we are going to add the slurry into the cooking pot little by little, while continuously stirring the gravy. Simmer the gravy until it has thickened to your desired consistency. If you want more gravy, add in more water. If you want dry chili paneer, just simmer away all the water. It's up to you. When the gravy has reached your desired consistency, just add in the fried paneer and mix in properly until the paneer and the gravy becomes one. It is best to add in the paneer just before serving your dish, otherwise the paneer gets all soggy. Finally, garnish with your garnishing packet to give it that final touch, and your delicious chili paneer is ready.